This Shabbat, the theme is so appropriate to this time of the year, the month of Elul, when we are blowing shofar and preparing for the serious moments of Rosh Hashanah and Yom Kippur. This Shabbat we talk about leadership in so many different guises. We speak about the leadership of judges and executive officials, of kings, of the priests, of the elders of the community. And it is a time for each of us to reflect on leadership and the role that we play in whatever area it is in life, that we can affect change, we can uplift and make a difference to the environment around us. Right at the end of the Shabbat's reading, it speaks about a calamity, a catastrophe where a dead body is found. Nobody knows how or who, what happened, what transpired. And we're instructed to measure to the nearest town. And the elders of the nearest town come out and stand alongside this body and say the words, Yadeinu lo shafchu et hadam hazeh, our hands did not spill this blood. And it's so obviously asked, could it possibly be that the elders, the rabbis, the chief rabbi of the nearest town has to come and say, I didn't kill this person? Would anyone have thought that would be the event? But what it is teaching us is that when a avla, when a tragedy happens in the midst of a community, we don't wash our hands, we don't walk away, we don't pretend that it didn't happen, we don't attribute blame to every other area that surrounds, but we step forward and we say, if I am in a position of leadership, what could we have done that could have made this event not take place? How could we have avoided such a tragedy? Maybe we should have given more food and lodging and support to somebody who was alone and then fell victim to the elements. Maybe we should have created an environment where there was greater understanding of the need for law enforcement, for structure, for responsibilities in the community. How could we have played a role that could have made the events that took place so different? And that's not the way our world operates. We see politicians in positions of authority and responsibility. When there are successes, they jump to claim that it is their own making. But if, God forbid, there is a problem, a difficulty, everyone begins to attribute blame. It's because of this, because of that, but it has nothing to do with me. And the very opposite understanding of leadership is presented this week. A tragedy happened. Certainly, you didn't have direct responsibility. But it's a time to think, how could I have contributed to my environment in a way that could have affected a different outcome? And that's a message for all of us in this month of Elul. In our responsibilities of leadership, let us think deeply. How could we do things differently? How can we assume greater responsibility for that which is taking place in our families, with our children, in our schools, in our shuls, and rather than pointing fingers saying, how can I assume an area of responsibility where I can make a difference and uplift my environment? May this Shabbat usher in a true understanding of leadership and responsibility. May we enter into Rosh Hashanah with confidence and strength. Have a beautiful Shabbos.